go, go! Time to hunt. Enemy A. I got scout destroyed.
Reloading.
Grenade!
Reloading.
Reloading. Plant.
Out of charge.
Healer. One.
Last player standing. Flawless.
Let us see what they have planned for
Reloading.
us this time.
Gun here. Spike is here.
Gotta go.
Bonne chance, mes amis. Enemy A.
You're killed.
Spike down A. Last player standing.
Okay, which gun to pick this time? Careful there.
Reloading. Don't give them ground. Go get it. Satchel out. There. Reloading.
Reloading.
Too slow.
Enough. Spike planted. I'm out of here. Hawk out. Blinded.
One enemy remaining.
Let's go. Gotta go.
They had their fun. Now it's my turn. Anyone have funds to spare? Spike is here. Thank you. Spike's here. Enemy in defender spawn.
Blinded.
So close. Not your best.
Spike planted.
That's it.
One enemy remaining.
And four.
player standing.
Wah, sedikit lagi, Prof.
Sorry.
Santai. Aku rekam itu full tuh. Masuk klip.
Iron Momentos, Prof.
Chamber, you made promises we expect you to keep. Less flirting, more focus. Thank you. Spike's here. Here.
Request aja itu ada duit sih.
Reloading.
There's
Can I get a
one.
drop? Thanks. Time to hunt. Satchel out.
Nowhere to run! Contel!
Here. Found one. Satchel out.
Multiple enemies mid.
Found one. Here. Bomb buddy out.
One enemy remaining.
Grenade! I'm no doctor, but I can patch a bullet hole or two. Let me know if you need healing.
They are so
Spike's
dead.
here.
Help a girl out with years, mate. Gotta go. Satchel up.
Don't get in my way.
Bomb
Welcome
buddy out.
to my world.
Here. Our spike's down. I got spike.
Spike down A.
Reloading. Reloading.
Spike planted.
Last player standing.
Okay, I only have like 78 grenades left. Hopefully that's enough.
Go, go, go.
Main gak sih adik-adik ya? Ayo online lah.
You should run.
Who's next?
Rame.
Planted. I'm out of here. Here.
Toxins going up.
Hawk out. Blinded.
Hawk out.
Blinded.
One enemy remaining.
Toxin screen down. There. Right where you belong. In the dirt. I will choke their
Jantung.
sight.
Focus now. Eyes off me.
Gotta go! Here we go! Hunt. Enemy B! Here comes the party! Buckle up.
Enemies mid.
Grenade! There.
One enemy remaining.
Okay, there.
That's done.
Quick break. Reloading.
Gun here.
We know what we're doing. Trust each other and we'll be fine.
Does anyone have funds?
Merci.
Reloading.
Leave no trace of them.
Careful there. Here.
Nowhere to run!
Enemy defender spawn.
Aduh, gak kena palanya. KJ masih di mid.
Satu hall, satu hall.
Found one.
KJ tag 40.
Wall drop, wall drop.
Last player standing.
Charge and shoot. Easy enough. Reloading. Careful with the Viper. I'm out of here. Fine, buddy.
Ah, elah.
Do better.
Euro 40.
Spike planted. Reloading.
Perfect. Teleport's ready.
Take this.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
Woohoo!
These guns we use are okay, but I will also bring my own. No offense.
I have funds to spare.
dead.
Time to hunt.
Gak kena palanya.
Enemy spotted A.
my trap.
Healing over here.
One enemy remaining.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Fantastic.
Direkam
Last
nggak ya?
round in the half.
Rekam dong, Prof.
Tried anything.
Kemarin udah 3 kali bikin malu, bro.
Gak apa-apa.
Mau masukin TikTok ya Mas ya?
Masukin dong.
Masukin dong.
Can I get a drop? Thanks.
Reloading.
In we go.
Welcome to my world.
Rotate.
Awas PT bisa di-push.
Go, go, go. This way.
Go get him.
Don't get in my way.
Spike planted.
Satchel out.
I don't think so.
Reloading. Hawk out.
Reloading.
Hawk destroyed. Here. Hawk out.
Grenade!
Here. Trap destroyed.
Enemy B.
I win again.
Heal up, squad. I'm out of here.
Gone.
Switching
Bye-bye.
sides.
Don't get shot. I'm out of here. Go, go, go.
Here.
Caution here.
Step A drone ah.
Grenade!
Spike planted. One enemy remaining.
Stay keen. They don't have to be good to be dangerous.
They don't have a chance.
Multiple enemies mid.
Mid banyak.
One down.
Spike planted.
Kiri patah gua satu.
One enemy remaining.
Satchel out. Satchel out.
Don't start that shit here, mate.
I'm over them. Go, go, go! Come on, let's go!
Here.
Gotta go!
Spike planted.
Dropped! Grenade! Ouch! Out of charges. Okay.
Enemy spotted A.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
Don't sit down. We're not done yet. Reloading. Gotta go.
I got yous, okay?
Who's next?
Hawk out.
Grenade!
Welcome to my world.
Bomb buddy out.
Spike planted.
Here comes the party!
One enemy remaining.
Itu dia.
Itu dia.
Defuse the spike.
Actually think that would work.
If you lose focus, you die.
Reloading.
Breathe when it's over.
I'm out of here.
They are so dead.
I'll show them.
Go, go, go. Here.
Aduh, satu hal, satu hal.
Back up.
Last player standing. Spike planted.
I'm too far. Bonjour.
Hi! Fight's not over, you know. Reloading. Go, go, go!
Who will I spot first?
You should run. Spike planted. Last player standing.
Get out of here!
Ente.
If you see one of my creatures, it's a good thing, alright? You'll figure out what they do eventually.
Anyone have funds to spare?
Let's choke them. Don't get in my way. Seek them out.
There they are.
One dead.
Away with you.
Viper low.
Go get him.
Here we go.
There. Grenade! Satchel out.
Spike down B. One enemy remaining.
Got one. Satchel out.
Spike drop. Tunnel.
Enemy spot there.
Team Ace.
Out of charges.
Match point.
We end them here, we end them forever.
I'm out of here!
Time to explode.
Enemy A.
Spike planted.
Welcome to my world.
Here.
Bomb buddy.
Getting over here.
Reloading.
40 euro.
Who's next?
Here.
Nowhere to run!
One enemy remaining. Last player standing. Clutch.
Ente prof.
Rana! Clock's ticking! Gotta go!
Flush them out.
Here. Here.
Gotta go.
Here.
Enemy A.
Bisa rotate ya, bunyi di mid.
Oke.
Masuk ada blur.
30 seconds left.
Enemy spotted mid. Here comes this. Hey! Boom!
Spike planted.
Satchel out. Grenade! Go get him.
Last player standing.
Close dari bridge. Telat banget yang lur ke sialan.
Make sure to follow my pack in. They'll lead us right to the enemy.
They are so
Dead.
Go, go, go.
Gue banjir mid tadi sekali. Awas hole ya. Hole banyak, hole banyak, hole banyak.
Here.
Hole banyak.
Here. Watching here.
Bisa ke situ ya?
enemy A.
Enemy spotted A.
Enemy
Last player standing. Spike down A.
Yoru's down.
Spike planted.
Listen up. Kill them before they kill us.
Set ah.
Anyone have fun at the fair?
Let's make some chaos.
Dev, lin gua, Dev.
Time to
Hunt.
Ambil orb ah.
Nowhere to run.
Satu gerak arah mid. Dua arah B, arah B. Kepotong satu arah B, rotate ya.
Oke.
grenade.
B.
Ada satu.
Enemy B. There.
Bomb buddy out.
Bisa balik lagi deh. ก่อนนะ
30 seconds left.
You should run. There.
Spike planted.
Here, enemy A.
There.
I don't think so.
Last player standing.
Pantas
One bullet
dicabut
for
dia
enemy.
low
That
banget.
should be enough, yes?
Request saya request. Request. Pal.
Can I get a drop? Thanks.
Ah, break's over.
Who's next?
Enemy A.
Penting ah.
Seek some out.
Okay.
Enemy spotted.
Spike down A.
The hunt begins.
Spike planted. One enemy remaining.
Satchel out.
Don't get in my way.
Nice.
Heal up, squad.
Hampir aja.
Out of healing. Reloading.
Flawless. Defenders win.
What did I say? Don't mess with me. Whole cat.
Match found. Select your agent.
You have good taste, my friend.
Oke, Prof. Tukeran kita, Prof. Dodge terus.
Match found.
You have good taste, my friend. Please, Brimstone. I'm your key to the other side. You should at least pretend to like me.
Reloading. 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 Reloading.
That works.
Reloading. Enemy
Reloading.
spotted A.
Revealing area.
Smoke's down.
Grenade.
Teleport's ready. Enemy spotted A.
Barrier placed.
Reloading.
Enemy spotted A.
Spike down A. Last player standing.
Silence. Do not let my double shoot you. You will die.
Reloading. 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 Together.
Spike down A.
I have the spike.
Smoke's down. Right here.
Spike planted.
Healing you.
All set up. Teleport ready.
One enemy remaining.
For me.
Last di side. Bisa ke tower.
Last player
Dari tower.
standing.
Ih, nice banget.
That was good, but there is more to do. On n'est pas sorti de l'auberge.
Reloading.
That's a good spot. Teleport's ready.
Enemy spotted.
There they are.
Enemy spotted B.
Enemy down.
Healing you.
Trap destroyed.
Spike planted.
You will not kill my allies!
Taken out. 3 gone. Scanning ahead. Found them.
Enemy spotted B.
One enemy remaining.
For you.
Oh.
Teleport's gone.
No more doubts. We're ready. Reloading.
A gift.
Spike here.
Caution here.
Forward.
Spike is down.
Spike down A.
They found my trap.
Bentar,
Enemy spotted A.
Oke, ditunggu. Bumbo.
That one's dead.
There. One down.
Here.
Satchel out. Enemy spotted A.
Satu drop.
Reloading.
One enemy
I win
remaining.
again.
Last player standing.
It's a shame
Nice.
you have to die. But
Uhuy.
you're not part of my
Uhuy.
AFK aja ah, kayak gini ah. 2 lawan 5 ah.
We will
Left
bury
aja.
them
Jangan
under
dong.
their transgressions.
Reloading.
Spike is here.
Reloading.
That works.
Right here.
That's a good spot.
Here.
Right here. You know what to do.
This should do. Teleport's ready. You want to play? Let's play.
Multiple enemies B. There they are. Right here. I am the hunter! Our spike carrier's dead.
Spike down B.
Here comes the party. Enemy spotted B.
Trap destroyed.
Satu trap gue ada yang hancurin.
Last player standing.
Ah, my bad.
Ciao. Bomb buddy out.
Who am I kidding? My knees are gonna kill after this.
Spike is here.
They are so dead. A gift.
Let's flush them out.
Revealing area.
Enemy spot. Stim beacon here.
Reloading.
Grenade!
Launching smoke.
Spike is down.
Gotcha.
Spike down A.
Got the spike.
Your duty is not over. So what I mean?
Spike planted. On you.
Face your fear!
Also, teleport ready.
One enemy remaining.
Monyet! Di drop deh.
There.
Sova, we need eyes on the enemy. Tell us where they are.
Spike
That
here.
works.
There.
Our carrier's down.
Spike down B.
Di set ada.
Got him.
One enemy
I don't
remaining.
think so. Here.
Last main kayaknya.
Coba Sami ke Saki.
Go get him.
I have the spike.
Okay, done. Never had a doubt. Let's keep it going.
That's a good spot. Need a drop. Thanks.
Reloading.
Keep them
Corner. Who's next?
Enemy spotted A.
Nowhere to run!
Satu flank.
many enemies and attackers.
I have them.
Spike down, attacker spawn. Last player standing.
Perfect. Teleport's ready.
30 seconds left.
I have the spike.
Ten seconds left.
Oh no.
Spike planted. You lose. Teleport's broken.
Gente.
Look at me. I know that I am by your
I can buy for
side.
you my treat. A gift.
Need equipment. Thanks.
As one.
Enemy spotted B. Now we're cooking.
Scanning ahead.
Here.
Chill out.
Spike planted.
Here.
Alah.
Open up the sky.
Last player standing.
You will not kill my allies.
Remember to talk to each other out there. If we communicate, we win.
That
Reloading.
works.
Let's make them dance.
This should do. Teleport's ready.
Dua yang ngepick.
Grenade! Reloading. Go get him. Our spike is down.
Spike down A.
Revealing area.
Last player standing.
Removed. My power does not end. Ask for aid,
That's a
and you
good
shall
spot.
receive.
Reloading.
A gift. All set up. That's not ready. Perfect.
Sage, protect the others. Revealing area.
I'm a good shot.
120. Fadis 120.
One enemy
Oh,
remaining.
nice.
player standing. Spike down B.
Nice.
Last round before the switch.
Can someone get this before we lose them? Thank you.
Reloading.
That works.
Spike here.
Kayaknya ulti deh. Coba drone dulu aja.
Nowhere to run!
I'll sight you down.
Spike down, attacker spawn.
Enemy spotted B. Found them.
They found my trap.
Last player standing.
They are so dead.
One enemy remaining.
Ente pal.
Anjing. Alah. Habis peler gua.
Switching sides.
As a bowstring, the fight demands it.
Reloading.
That's a good spot. A gift. This should do. Teleport's ready.
Kill B.
Got one.
On the money.
One enemy remaining.
Nice.
Spike down B.
Nice.
Stubborn to die.
Reloading.
We are strong because we are together. Don't forget
Reloading.
that.
That works. All set up. Teleport's ready.
Watch and learn.
Here.
Here.
Step up.
Spike down
Sep, boleh
A.
heal Sep, belakang lu Sep.
Enemy spotted.
Malem.
Satchel out.
Spike down A.
Spike spotted
One
A.
enemy remaining.
They were not
Nice.
good enough.
Drink some water, reload your mags, and let's get back out there. Reloading.
That's a good spot. Perfect. Teleport's ready.
There they are.
Oke. Okay.
Spike down B. Last player standing.
I know what must be done.
A gift. That works. This should do. Teleport's ready.
We go.
Launching smoke.
Here.
Smoke's down.
Here.
Enemy spotted A.
Ollie. Enemy spotted A.
For you.
Next.
Snuffed out.
Reloading.
Dua-duanya di situ.
One enemy remaining.
Nice.
Spike
Fred,
down A.
Here.
Nice.
Reloading.
Stay in range of my stim beacon. We'll mow them down.
Questo.
Does anyone have funds? Merci. That's a good spot. All set up. Teleport's ready. That's not ready. Teleport's ready. You want to
Launching
play?
smoke.
Let's play.
Di B, step.
Right here.
I'm too far.
Standing ahead. There they are.
Smoke's down.
Shock dart.
Right here.
Shock dart.
Nice. Tahan A-nya aja, Sep.
One enemy remaining. Spike down B.
Enemy spotted B.
So we cannot work out our differences.
Gear up. Stay safe. We're going
Reloading.
A gift. Perfect. Teleport's ready. That's not ready.
They can't even make a dent.
Teleport's ready. Here.
Dropped.
Spike
Masuk,
down
masuk,
B.
There.
Grenade! Here comes the party!
Bomb buddy out.
Spike's there.
One enemy remaining.
For me.
Last player standing.
Your duty is not
Dekat, Sep, dekat, Sep, dekat, Sep.
That's
Last player standing. Ace.
surrounded by minha família. We won't lose.
They go dead.
Can I get a drop?
This should do.
Thanks.
Teleport's ready.
Come into the unknown.
That works.
Scanning ahead.
Many enemies A.
Face your fear!
Launching smoke.
Last player standing.
Next.
Spike planted.
Out of charges. Satchel up.
Wah, ente.
It seems these strangers want me dead. Eh bien, they're not the first. That's a good spot. All set up. Teleport's ready.
Together.
Right here. Enemy spotted B.
Spike down B.
Healing.
Ada lagi.
Last player standing.
Okay, which gun to pick this time?
Reloading.
Perfect. A gift. That works. Teleport's ready.
Fight.
Drop, ada drop.
Dim beacon.
Reloading.
Last player standing. Spike down A.
Here comes the party! You will not kill my allies!
30 seconds left. Spike planted.
siapa ini Mohamed Mesia anjing.
Pay attention. Might learn something.
This should do.
Bapak perdamaian dunia.
Deep breath.
Luhut Panjaitan lo.
Teleport's ready. Au revoir, frérot.
Nice.
Dari drop ya.
Many enemies A.
Udah masuk ya?
Spike planted.
Headshot.
Enemy spotted A.
Dua-duanya di side harusnya.
One enemy remaining.
Nice.
Defuse the spike.
Sorry to spoil the party.
Take aim, then fire. Let's not complicate it.
Siapa lagi yang manggil Mas
Can
Paldi?
someone get this? Thank you.
Siapa ya? Nggak kenal aku orang itu.
That's a good spot. All set up. That's not ready. Perfect. Teleport's ready.
Pakai Lukman. Usoy. Main Yos. Kalau komit bilang ya.
Oke.
I am the hunter.
Face your fear!
Commit.
They are so dead.
Last player standing.
Buset.
Grenade!
One enemy remaining.
Shit.
Dua klik guys. Dua klik. Ada dua klik guys.
Gerah oh good.
You burn this win.
OTW Bumi Sport.
Shit.
Ada dua klip ya bang ya.
Sudah 2 klip ya.
A gift.
Bang tapi boleh kali bang drop dulu bang.
This should do. Teleport's ready.
Fuck lah gue pada
That's not ready. All set up. Teleport's ready.
Right here.
So far Recon.
Komit B, komit B.
Nowhere to run.
Here comes the party. Enemy spotted B. Enemy spotted B.
Eddie's.
Spike down B. One enemy remaining.
Let's go.
Yo main bom ya, main bom aja. Rese 1.
Your duty is not over.
Gue liatin sini.
Revealing
Okay,
area.
side.
Barrier created.
Perfect.
Deploying drone.
Teleport's ready.
Gak ada cok.
Muter kali. Sini,
Here.
sini.
Here. Reloading.
30 seconds left.
Reloading.
Masih di situ, masih di situ.
Here.
Enemy spotted B.
I would apologize, but alas.
Defenders win.
Jumping shot, bro. Hah? Ya kan full. Belum balik, ya balik lah. Beb, kopinya udah nyampe, mau cobain nggak?
Ya udah nih, gua lift dulu turun.
Gue sih gas lagi tapi ntar tunggu Yosu balik sekalian.
Iya, ntar baru gua join.
Ya udah sini turunnya. Balik Yos.
Lu belum ada WhatsApp. Beb. Lu belum ada WhatsApp di sini. Ya, lu harus ini. So, live by the way. Oh iya. Kecil. Can you just like end the stream first? Where's my phone? Forward ke Gmail aja.
I got 13 viewers. ada roti di sini.
Yes, I'm pumped.
Kita belajar loncat-loncat, guys.
I shouldn't have to say this because, you know, my vibe, but stay clear on my explosions, okay? My ult's ready. Satchel out. Satchel out.
Shit.
Satchel out. 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 Here comes the party! My ult's ready. Satchel out. Satchel out. Satchel out. Grenade! Satchel out. Grenade! Grenade! Satchel out. 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 Satchel out.
Match found. Death match. Warm up.
Pretty well myself. Make sure to cover the angles I can't.
Fight!
Keep it cool. That's how you survive.
Dominating.
How is he not dead?
Perfect accuracy. Terminated. That's done. Got three. one. Good. Oh. Finished. Precise. Oh.
10 kills remaining. Five kills remaining.
Impeccable kill.
One kill remaining. One enemy remaining.
Long.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
You were barely worth the effort.
Debate itu namanya.
Keren.
It was never seen a massacre. Finished.
Spike down B.
Om.
Prepare for hellfire!
You're nothing.
Shoot.
We spotted mid.
Enemy mark.
The rush.
One enemy remaining.
No, no.
They will cower.
Enemy spotted mid.
One enemy remaining.
Cutting their vision.
it actually is. Under an ideal situation, the curved screen will cover a wider field of view than the flat counterpart and simulates the largeness that you would have gotten with a bigger flat display. So that sounds great. That means curved screens are better, but like I said, the distance, screen size, and curve radius will also affect your experience. So let's look at the example of my Dell ultrawide monitor. It's a 34-inch ultrawide monitor that converts to 796mm in screen width. The curve is not very aggressive and has a 3800mm radius. I sit roughly 800mm away from the display, so that means I get a field of view of 54 degrees, or roughly the effectiveness of a 35-inch flat screen display, with slightly better viewing angles on the edge of the screen. Not a huge improvement, but noticeable. But not all monitors are made equal. Some monitors have a more aggressive curve, like the one on the new Dells and LGs, that have a 1900mm curve radius. Going through the same calculations, you get a 2-degree field of view improvement.
Go to motionready.com to add this to your video, and that, and that!
This surgeon takes lives instead of saving them. We open with a cop hurriedly driving his partner to the hospital. Once there, Dr. Paul Kersey tends to the fallen officer. Unfortunately, there isn't much he can do. Diagnosis? Death. The partner feels guilty, but he did all that he could. A nurse calls out to Paul. He needs to work on the shooter now. As he walks off, the officer shouts, "So you're gonna go save that monster now?" Yes. Yes, he will. At home, Paul has a look at his broken watch while chatting with his wife, Lucy. Then, they hear an excited screech upstairs from their daughter, Jordan. Perhaps she has a boy over. She comes down acting all calm and cool, then bursts with joy. She got accepted to her dream college. They're so proud of her. Later, they attend Jordan's soccer game where one of the parents is acting a little uppity. He starts shouting at the ref and cursing excessively. Paul tells him to calm down and prescribes a chill pill. The man counters, wanting to prescribe his fists. It almost breaks out into a fight, but Lucy steps in, protecting the timid Paul. After, the Kerseys go out for lunch. They're all excited for Jordan to start college. However, Paul's brother, Frank, suggests she picks up some martial arts skills to fight off any creepy boys, aka beta males. Suddenly, she breaks out her moves. She chokes Frank, and he's into it, meaning he admires her skills. She's actually been training Krav Maga on a weekly basis. Very cool. Outside the restaurant, Frank asks Paul for $2,000 to pay off some debts. In the past, he was convicted of a crime, making employment difficult. As the good brother he is, Paul accepts. Then, the valet comes and Frank jokes that Paul's the man with all the cash. While just a passing joke for Frank, the valet takes it to heart and inspects Paul and his family. This guy seems like he's got money and a happy life. Time to ruin it. The man, Miguel, pulls up Paul's address in his car and snaps a pic with his phone. Oh, also, he's got his initials tattooed on his arm, a detail to remember. Sometime later, the fam prepares to go out to celebrate Jordan's birthday. However, Paul gets a call. He's got to come into work. It's sad, but they understand. The ladies cheer themselves up by shopping. Lucy plans to cheer Jordan up with a homemade cake. But first, she needs her iPad. Jordan heads up to get it, but it's not in its usual spot. Then, Lucy notices one of the windows are open. Her suspicions begin to escalate as she spots dirty footsteps in the house. Suddenly, Jordan screams. The full reality of the situation quickly sets in. 3 creepy masked men have broken in, and they take the ladies hostage. The leader, Knox, has Lucy direct him to the safe, while Jordan is left with Joe and Fish. Lucy has difficulty opening their safe under pressure while Jordan gets all kinds of creepy vibes from Fish. His partner tells him to stop goofing around, and they begin to argue. Jordan capitalizes on the moment and attacks with a knife. Lucy runs down soon after and throws boiling water on Fish. A meal's gotta cook. In retaliation, the men open fire. At the hospital, Paul is alerted of 2 new victims. When he goes to check on them, he's stopped, but realizes what that must mean. He runs over to Lucy and finds that she's come down with a severe case of not being alive. As far as Jordan, she's in a coma. Paul later meets with some detectives, Kevin Raines and Leonore Jackson, who launch an investigation into Lucy's murder. Come on, man. Paul attends Lucy's funeral with her family. After the service, Paul rides with Lucy's father when suddenly he stops and hops out of the car. He noticed some poachers in the area and they clapped his deer. Lucy's father grabs his rifle and shoots after the men, but they get away. Paul is shook. The gun-wielding alpha male explains that sometimes you gotta take the law into your own hands to defend what's yours. In the aftermath of all this, Paul is having trouble sleeping, so he goes to therapy. She helps him work through his trauma and offers some tips on getting a good night's sleep. No minute movies before bed. He understands that recovery is a process, but isn't sure what the end goal is. His wife is gone, his daughter is comatose, and he feels like he failed. He wasn't there to protect them when they needed him most. Later, Paul checks in with the police department about his case. Luckily, he arrives just as Kevin is getting water and gets buzzed in without an appointment. Kevin has a wall full of sticky notes, open cases left unanswered for months. Despite this, Kevin assures Paul his case is different since it wasn't gang-related. As you must know, gangs live by the ancient Chinese proverb, snitches get stitches. Kevin implores Paul to have faith and wait, but this just makes Paul feel even more powerless. At night, he decides to go for a walk when he notices two thugs harassing a woman. He intervenes, which stops the men from hurting her, but they turn their attention to him instead. They beat him up pretty badly before leaving him lying on the street. During his recovery period, Paul sees an ad on TV for a gun store and he takes an interest in purchasing a weapon. He goes to the store and speaks to Bethany, who explains the process of getting a gun in America. Basically, if you have a pulse, you're good to go. Though he takes note of all the security cameras and the fact that the gun and its bullets will be traceable back to him, and decides against buying one. Another day at the hospital, another gunshot victim, but this time the thug drops a Glock. Paul quickly kicks it under the bed. He somehow manages to bring it home undetected and proceeds to learn how it works. Ha, I think you just pulled the trigger, dummy. We proceed with a training montage overlaid with his day job. You see, in the day he saves lives and at night he's preparing to take them. One night he checks up on Jordan and finds that her condition has worsened. She's having seizures now. As a precaution, she's been strapped to the bed. Paul notes the irony. His daughter is essentially handcuffed while the animals that did this to her are free, living their best lives. It's time to act up. Paul dons a hoodie and heads out, looking for trouble. Soon, he sees a carjacking take place as two thugs assault a man and take his girlfriend in their car. Paul shouts out and they immediately respond with bullets. He shoots back at the car, causing it to crash. Then, the kickback of the gun slide cuts his hand. All the meanwhile, someone is recording him. This is sure to be a viral hit. One of the carjackers stumbles out of the car and begins firing sporadically. Paul waits for the perfect shot, then pops him. He walks over, looms over him, and puts him down for good. Then Paul walks to the car and checks on the driver. He's fine, just sleeping. The detectives arrive on the scene hours later. After speaking to the witness who recorded the incident, they learn that the video was, in fact, a viral hit. At home, Paul sees his handiwork for himself, and he's loving it. The next day while driving to work, Paul tunes into the radio. They're all talking about his heroic vigilante ways. They even dub him the Grim Reaper. At work, Paul tends to a boy who was shot in the leg. He tells Paul that the so-called ice cream man did this to him because he didn't want to sell. And he ain't talking about delicious cold treats. Paul checks the boy's address, then assures him that everything is gonna be fine. True to his word, Paul pulls up to the turf while Chief Keef is bopping in the background. Bang bang. Paul finds the street name and then goes to find the ice cream man. He introduces himself as his last customer before dumping his load all over the man's chest. The reaction following this is mixed. Some think vigilantes are cringe, while others think it's based. Kevin and his partner arrive on the scene and spot some kids reenacting the scene. Kevin notes that the boy is shooting with his left hand. Interesting. He reviews the Reaper's footage and finds that the mystery man is indeed left-handed. Back at work, another gunshot victim is brought in, and this time it's Miguel, whom Paul recognizes from his tattoo. While Paul uses a defibrillator on him, he notices a rather familiar watch. It's his. What time is it? Snooping time. Paul takes Miguel's phone from the ambulance and unlocks it with his thumb. Inside, he finds the picture of his address on the phone. He also goes through his contacts and finds that all the stolen items from the safe are being sold at a pawn shop. So, Paul pays a visit and speaks to the owner, Ponytail. He name drops Miguel, leading Ponytail to get suspicious. As he circles around Paul, he notices that his hoodie has a morgue tag on it. Uh-oh.
Layers of breakaway wafer and choc cream coated in Cadbury Dairy Milk chocolate.
Ponytail casually texts Fish, alerting him to the doctor's surprise visit. Paul asks him if he's got any watches. Ponytail says yes. He goes to reach for an oddly gun-shaped one. Then Paul attacks, stabbing his hand. He forces him to take him to his belongings. He takes Paul to the back to find his stuff, but moments later, Fish shows up and attempts to shoot Paul. But he pops Ponytail instead. Certified bruh moment. Paul and Fish exchange gunfire, but then Paul's gun jams. Fortunately, Fish slips on some water, and Paul feels a sudden musical inspiration. Yeah, it even struck a chord with Fish. Fish flees, but just as he's about to taste freedom, Paul manages to tag his leg. He's probably thinking, darn, the hitboxes in this game are way too big. Fish tries to weasel his way out of Paul's wrath by giving up Joe, who he reveals works at a local auto shop. Suddenly, Fish attacks. Paul is stunned and accidentally fires a shot off. The bullet hits a bowling ball, which begins to roll. Fish closes in, but as fate would have it, he gets bonked. Beautiful. Paul is sure to collect the hard drives before fleeing the scenes. At home, he watches a tutorial on how to destroy the data inside. This was before YouTube removed dislikes, so he's certain it's a good tutorial. After, the media frenzy continues. Now, there's even memes of the Reaper. Nice meme. At work, Paul gets a visit from the detectives. There's been a break in the case. A man named Fish got fried, and they found the pawn shop with all his stuff. Of course, he already knows all this, but acts surprised anyway. You'd think Kevin could spot when someone has a dark alter ego by now, right? 'Cause Breaking Bad. After, Paul goes to the garage where Joe works. Joe rudely tells Paul he's closed, so Paul grabs a wrench and hits his off button. Paul then places Joe under the car, which is being propped up by a crowbar. He puts his surgeon expertise to good use, and Joe is soon giving up answers. He reveals that Knox was the mastermind behind the whole thing, but he isn't someone who is easily found. Apparently, he finds you. With all the information he needs, Paul delivers a sick one-liner. "That was off the chain, yo," he says before yanking the chain and condemning Joe to a car coffin. Meanwhile, the detectives pay Frank a visit. They think he's the Reaper. He's left-handed, has motive, and not such a clean record. We cut to Paul chilling with Jordan. As usual, she's not very talkative. He receives a text. An unknown number is threatening to reveal the truth about him. The phone rings. It's Knox. He invites Paul to meet him at a club, but not so they can dance. Fearing for his brother, Frank checks in on Paul, but he doesn't seem to be home. Frank lets himself in and stumbles upon Paul's mess of a basement. He spots bullets and realizes what's really going on. Back to Paul, he arrives at the club and is told to meet at the bathroom. Inside, he calls the phone and takes aim. He unloads while everyone else runs away in fear. The stall opens. It's empty. Suddenly, Knox appears from behind, firing away. Protected by a human shield, Paul takes cover but doesn't fire back, fearing for the innocent. Using his 200 IQ, he spots an electrical box and shoots it out. In the cover of darkness, Paul flees. In the aftermath, Knox ends up in the hospital and the detectives arrive to question him. He says he knows who the shooter was. Before he reveals the name, we cut back to Paul, dealing with his own injuries. Through sheer will, he manages to patch up his own wound. Meanwhile, the detectives burst into Paul's empty office. Paul is in fact headed towards his basement where he runs into Frank. The pair have a heart-to-heart. Of course, Frank wants him to put an end to it all and focus on doing what's best for Jordan. Then, the popo come knocking. Frank answers the door and makes up an alibi for Paul. They have no choice but to leave. Back in the basement, the brothers continue to chat when Paul receives a call. Jordan woke up. Finally. Paul rushes over and unfortunately has to break the news about her mother. On the bright side, Jordan is physically well and can come home soon. Fast forward a week and the pair head for the elevator. Just as the door is about to close, Knox enters. He knows exactly who they are, but Paul doesn't. He never saw his face. He makes small talk with Jordan, then calls Paul by name as they leave. Uh-oh. Immediately after, Paul visits Bethany to fulfill his American freedoms. After Jordan returns home, Knox returns to the house with two other goons. Jordan hides in the closet as Paul deals with them. He pops the two goons using his super stealth skills. But Knox is nowhere to be found. Paul checks the basement, then gets surprise attacked. Knox savors the moment while Jordan panics. She pops out of her hiding spot and runs over. Knox gets distracted and Paul seizes the moment. He opens a nifty compartment under a table to pull out a huge gun and pump Knox full of lead. After, the detectives arrive on the scene. Kevin talks to Paul about what happened, questioning him about the guns. Although Paul's story is clearly suspicious, Kevin decides to make up a story that Knox returned because he thought Jordan would identify him. Later on, Paul drops Jordan off at college. On his way out, he notices a man who just committed a robbery. He calls to the man and pretends to shoot him with his finger. Moral of the story? You can save lives by taking them. Your girlfriend is gone, and you're the prime suspect. Your only path to salvation? This guy. What I'd give to be in love. Our story begins with Iggy and Marin, an inseparable couple frolicking in the woods. He locks eyes with her and says, "I'm gonna love you for the rest of my life." "Just love me for the rest of mine," she replies. Foreshadowing. We cut to a groggy Iggy who just woke up. Then, Iggy closes his eyes and replays memories of Marin. Wait a second. Anyway, as he opens them, he spots a gaggle of reporters and angry bystanders. They hold signs condemning him for his alleged murder. Iggy drives off and heads to his parents' house. They meet for lunch, and his dad, Derek, insists he steps up his lawyer game. I'll even pay for it, he adds. Iggy refuses, preferring to stick with his childhood friend turned public defender, Lee. Iggy's mother then mentions that whatever happened with Marin doesn't matter. He's still their son. The fact that even an inkling of doubt exists in their minds infuriates Iggy. He storms off, but his brother Terry knows how to lift the mood. Yo, but why my man's got an inhaler in every movie? Lee pulls up and shares a double whammy of bad news. First off, the evidence lab that stored samples from Marin's body was destroyed. Sus. And there's a new witness spreading dangerous allegations. In an effort to take his mind off things, Iggy gets his hydration in check. The bar owner doesn't appreciate his business and states,
Wih, Noval Dikun.
Woi,
Masih main loh.
masih main lo.
Buset, boleh. Sendiri.
Ntar gue lagi nunggu Yosu.
Boleh ikut dong.
You spook everyone out. Glenna, another childhood friend, comes to the rescue. She pours him a drink and makes a tantalizing offer. Though, Iggy declines. But Iggy, she did. Later at night,
Tadi ada Olin anjir datang.
Kemana?
Olin kita.
Kemana?
Fester.
Oh iya.
Iya, sama pacarnya. Ya.
Later at night, a ceremony
Pakai bahasa Inggris begitu lagi. Bahasa Inggris gue cacat gila.
Olin Caroline Chrisley kan?
Oh iya, Caroline Chrisley, man.
Marin's father, Dale,
Dia ngekos di
itu
sekarang katanya.
Glenna is also there, and she spots Iggy
Ngekos
in
di
the
mana?
treehouse. He even joins them in doing the little light thing.
Dia ngekos di itu.
An angry
Kemang.
down. Though, he quickly calms down when he thinks of
Cowoknya kayak orang
Suddenly,
Singapura gitu sih.
He notices a potential fire hazard. Fortunately, he saves the day.
Tadi julid Mas Nia lagi. Dia tiap
He's like, what did you
tiap
do?
ini ngomongin Mas Nia, ada cerita baru.
Every Sunday,
Apa cerita baru?
let this tragedy happen.
Selalu ada aja yang kena sama
Usually,
dia.
I would ask for a refund. Oh hey, more foreshadowing. The next morning, Iggy awakens and he feels something stiff erecting upwards. And it's not the usual
Sambil nunggu
suspect.
Yosu gue
As he
Genshin
gets
dulu.
up, we see that he closed the deal with Glenna. Attaboy. Upon passing by a mirror, Iggy
Dili
realizes that
dulu,
something
bosku.
ain't right. He takes a closer look and to his shock, finds that his iconic scar has been replaced by baby horns.